If you're a Hallmark fan, you already know the network is the king of heart, holiday magic, and the kind of feel-good stories that just wrap you up in a warm hug. But tonight's premiere, A Keller Christmas Vacation, is something different. It's special. Sure, it's got all the ingredients we love: gorgeous scenery, a holiday riverboat cruise on the Danube, family antics, and that signature Hallmark warmth. But the real story, the one that's going to make you reach for the tissues, isn't just in the script. It's the real-life, 25-year-old story of a dream fulfilled between its two stars, Jonathan Bennett and Brandon Routh. Yes, that Jonathan Bennett, our Hallmark king, the host of Finding Mr. Christmas, and the one and only Aaron Samuels. And yes, that Brandon Routh, the man who was literally Superman and made us all believe in Christmas with the 9 Lives of Christmas. And tonight, after a quarter of a century of friendship, they are finally playing brothers. This isn't just good casting, folks. This is fate. The 25-year journey to brotherhood. To really understand why this is so huge, we have to go back, way back. We're talking to the year 2000 in New York City. Jonathan Bennett, in an emotional chat with Entertainment Now, painted the picture for us. He and Brandon were just 2 young actors trying to make it, navigating the soap opera circuit. Bennett had a stint on Days of Our Lives, while Routh was on One Life to Live. That's when we met, Bennett shared. And we were like, why we look alike? That's kind of how we became friends. Can you even imagine? 2 young guys, full of dreams, finding not just a competitor, but a friend, a brother, really, who looked so much like them it was uncanny. Their story didn't stop in New York. Then we moved to LA together around the same time, Bennett continued, and were kind of each other's first friends in LA in those early days. Let that sink in. Anyone who has ever moved to a new city, especially one as daunting as Los Angeles, knows how terrifyingly lonely it can be. You're chasing a massive, 1-in-a-million dream, and you need that one person who just gets it. For them, they had each other. They were each other's anchor in the storm of auditions, rejections, and the hustle of Hollywood. They were brothers in spirit long before Hollywood ever saw it. Wait, are you Superman? Then, as it happens, their careers exploded. In 2004, Jonathan Bennett became a pop culture icon, Mean Girls hit, and suddenly, he was Aaron Samuels. His face was on posters, in magazines, and forever etched into our hearts as the guy who looked sexy with his hair pushed back. Just 2 years later, in 2006, Brandon Routh became Superman. Not just a superhero, the ultimate superhero. He was Clark Kent. He was the Man of Steel, and he was a global superstar. And that's when the confusion and the fun really started. When Mean Girls came out, everyone thought Brandon was in Mean Girls. Bennett laughed. And can we blame them? The resemblance is truly striking. But it went the other way too. When Superman came out, Bennett recalled, people were coming up to me, going, "Are you Superman?" And we'd always be like, "No, that's my friend." How amazing is that? Through all the fame, all the craziness of their individual skyrocketing careers, they remained grounded in that friendship. And that one simple, recurring interaction sparked the dream. So ever since that started happening and people started mistaking us for each other, we were like, we have to play brothers in something, Bennett explained. It became their goal, their Hollywood bucket list item. But as we all know, Hollywood is a complicated business. It took 24 or 25 years, Bennett said, to finally find the right script, making the dream a reality. This is where the story gets really good. This wasn't a case of some casting director having the eureka moment. This was Jonathan Bennett, now a powerhouse executive producer at Hallmark, making this dream happen for his friend. Bennett didn't just star in A Killer Christmas Vacation. He developed it. He executive produced it. The movie is based on his own family dynamics. He poured his heart into this project, and from day one, he knew who his brother had to be. He and the brilliant screenwriter, Tracy Andreen, a Hallmark legend, even went on a European riverboat cruise 2 years ago to make sure they got the setting and the story just right. And when it came time to write the script, Bennett had one non-negotiable request. For the character of the older brother, I told Tracy Andreen, write an older jock brother because it's got to be Brandon Routh, Bennett said. He built this role for him. That's friendship. That's loyalty. And watching his old friend step into the role, for Bennett, it was magic. He's such a movie star, he gushed about Routh. Like we forget that he was Superman. In the romantic scenes on the boat, when he's with his love interest, you really see his movie star quality. He just has this, it factor. That is the purest form of friendship right there. Just two guys, 25 years later, still in awe of each other's talent. The perfect sibling trifecta. Of course, it's not just about the guys. To make a truly chaotic and lovable family, you need a little sister. And did they ever hit the jackpot? Rounding out the sibling trio is the one and only Eden Shah, who many of us know and love as the hilariously awkward and utterly brilliant Sue Heck from the long-running hit sitcom The Middle. Their comedy is unmatched, Bennett said, clearly thrilled with the casting. So it was like this perfect trifecta, the perfect sibling group. In the movie, the dynamic is classic family fun. Bennett and Routh play brothers Dylan and Cal, who are kind of against the little sister, Cher's character, Emery, all the time. And this is where that 25-year friendship pays off for us, the viewers. That easy banter, that shared look, that ability to bicker 1 second and have each other's back the next. You can't fake that. The fact that Brandon and I knew each other for so long gave us this connection already, Bennett confirmed. We jumped right in there. Don't miss this moment. Tonight, when A Killer Christmas Vacation premieres at 8 p.m. Eastern on Hallmark Channel, we're not just watching a movie. We're watching the culmination of a 25-year-old promise. We're watching two young actors who met in the soap opera trenches and became each other's first friends in a new city, finally share the screen as the brothers they always were in real life. We're watching a story of friendship, loyalty, and the magic of finally making a long-held dream come true. So, when you see Dylan and Cal bicker over who gets the last Christmas cookie or team up against their sister, just remember, you're watching Aaron Samuels and Superman, two of the best friends in Hollywood, finally getting to live out a goal they set more than 2 decades ago. It truly doesn't get more magical or more Hallmark than that. A Killer Christmas Vacation premieres tonight, November 9, at 8 p.m. Eastern on Hallmark Channel, and will be available to stream tomorrow on Hallmark Plus.